I want to let everybody know that's listening to this right now. It's chunkybee.tv. I was in a family squabble with Donnie and Marie. Find somebody that can brag about that. Find somebody that Dr. Phil called a retard.
Find someone that Dr. Phil called a retard.
I'm the only one on record. And I'm proud of it.
That's going to be the new promo coming in. The only man in America that Dr. Phil has called a retard. Chunky B.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, 1 degree of Chunky B, the podcast of love in the garage of love. What a crazy night we have in store for us. I just want to go around the table right across from me. The man I love and adore, the executive producer of this show. He goes by the name of Gary Adler. Gary, please say hello.
Thank you, Chunky. Hello.
The man, the wizard of the knobs. He goes by the name of Travis Spencer. He's out of the Hollywood area, but he's sexy and fine. Travis, please say hello.
Hello, hello.
And that's the West. That's the West Hollywood area, Chunky.
Hey,
I know it is.
Hey, respect.
Yes, respect to West Hollywooders.
Right. But here's why we are truly honored. A man I've known for years, and I adore. I know his family, I know his children, and I know him so well. He's an actor. He's a singer. He's a sex object. Okay, I made those last two up. But please, everybody, say hello to Stoney Westmoreland.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Can I just quickly, thank you. Can I just quickly visit the Wizard of the Knobs for a second?
Yeah.
Because I've got some time
let's
after
visit.
this. My wife thinks this is like a 3-hour podcast, so I got like 2 hours and 15 minutes to go with the knobs afterward, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey,
just hit the
I
ground
will
running.
impress your knobs.
Hello there.
We got about 5 minutes worth of materials and then straight to the knobs.
Oh, great. Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Good.
He's going to be twisted.
Straight to the knobs.
Stoney Westmoreland.
Chunky B.
Way to go with your success. Congratulations on the role that you are on, meaning all these the bits and the spots that you are on. What is happening in your world right now?
Right now, I've got a reoccurring role on a little show on ABC called Scandal. Maybe you're
Hello,
familiar with it.
Scandal, everybody.
Thank you.
Scandal!
It was the #1 show in the Nielsen ratings last week. I think it's something like 178 million people watched the show.
Is that all?
I think so. Yeah, maybe there's a
Now
few.
you
who
play
didn't.
Hal Rimbo on that show.
Oh, look at you! Somebody did some homework.
Oh, wow.
Let me just say this. I've known both of these guys for over 10 years. Neither one of them has seen the fucking show, but he's able to pull out the name from
but
IMDb.
that is the
Little
scandal.
IMDb.
That is the scandal.
Oh, that is the scandal in this room, in the
Right.
garage, the pistachio garage of love.
Are you saying the garage looks like a pistachio?
I'm just saying that the color.
No. Stay focused on the subject.
Crack me up.
Yeah. Oh!
It's you, baby. So I got Scandal going, which is great. I could not be more happy and pleased to be a part of that show. I've had a wonderful run at a commercial career for the last 20 years.
Yes.
I'm shooting a spot tomorrow for Toyota. I'm the new spokesperson for O'Charlie's restaurant.
O'Charlie's.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I don't mean to cut you off.
You asked me a question.
I know,
And then
but
you
I
cut
got to
him
dive
off.
into O'Charlie's.
O'Charlie's.
I saw it on the internet. One of the funniest spots I've ever seen you do.
Oh,
Is
thank
it the behind-the-scenes spot?
Yeah,
hilarious.
right. He's got the fake mustache.
Where can the folks at home find that bit?
You could go to ocharlies.com.
Okay.
And if you live, I think O'Charlie's is in 17 different states, mostly the South, East, and I think you'll go all the way up to Chicago and whatnot in the Midwest.
Right.
So if you're there, you're seeing it all the time anyway.
And that's mostly what, like vegetarian food?
Yeah, all vegetarian. It's actually vegan, Southern vegan food.
That's a bummer because I'm a vegetarian.
All right, so
Hang on, let me get my bass guitar. Boom.
Cue the crickets. But Stoney, I want everyone that's listening to this podcast right now to see your spot on O'Charlie at ocharlie.com.
Right, so there-
it's the funniest thing I've seen you do.
well, thanks. I shot 5 spots with them. 2 of them have been released, plus the behind-the-scenes thing that we did as well. They're I gotta tell you, they're from Nashville. The people are great company, great people. Had such a lot of fun with them, and they do this coming up. They do this thing every Veterans Day that they give out a free steak to a veteran, either a current person who's serving or has served in the past. So they got a big thing coming up. I may be doing something for that. They've asked me to think about it. I don't know what that means. I've thought about it, and I said yes.
There's some meat involved, right?
There's some meat.
So yes.
Hello, yes. I'll say yes to that and yes again.
So meat and knobs, we found out.
Hello, and maybe not necessarily in that order. So that's going. Scandal's going. This thing. I've also joined a theater company here in Los Angeles, and I'm doing a couple of staged readings of O'Neill plays. I just got asked to do a bit of a Shakespeare thing at the mayor's house on Halloween.
How
so
cool.
I'm playing bottom in this little bitty piece that we're doing for about 150.
I could have guessed that.
I'm a power bottom. Nothing for the power bottom. Thank you. I was looking for that.
Cue the crickets.
Give me the rim job for the power bottom.
Let me ask you a question. Something I've always wanted to ask. Can I ask this?
Of course.
Explain to the folks at home what a guest starring role means. Because you see it all the time in the credits.
Yeah. Well, this is actually one of my pet peeves. You have different levels of work, I guess. And so you have co-stars, which are smaller than guest stars.
Okay.
They've created something called a one-day guest star, so they can screw us a little bit. And so one-day guest star is better than a co-star. And then you have guest star. That's the pecking order that it goes through. Basically, the way I explain it is that if I'm a co-star, I say, hey, this guy hit me on the head, and he went that way, and he was wearing a black hoodie. Right? That's a co-star. If I'm a guest star, I'm wearing the black hoodie and I hit the guy on the head and I ran that way. So it's less about telling this. It's less about what is that exposition and much more about plot.
But who negotiates that?
Partially, it's done in the writing. So if you're there for if it's a larger role. Sometimes if you're a younger actor who doesn't have a lot of credits, you will do guest star work at a co-star level. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so
sure.
they bring you in, they'll exploit you the best they can.
Right.
That's what it's all about, exploitation.
But does your agent sit there and say, no, I don't want him to have this title. I want him to have.
Actually, what happens, and this is where my pet peeve comes in. Actually, what happens is that once it's like a ladder, Chunky, and I know you should stay on the ground as much as you can, but when you climb a ladder, there are rungs on these ladders, and once you've achieved a certain level, then you never want to take the step back. That's the idea in the business, not my idea, but that's the business idea.
Good idea.
Gotcha.
I don't know, dude. I'm sitting around watching the game in my shorts. I'd much rather go do a co-star job and get paid for it.
Or watch it in your jeans.
Well, I don't like to wear jeans around the house. I mean,
Did
it's
you
my
really
house,
go
for God's sakes. I like to wear...
Let me jump in. I have seen the commercial of you in a garage not helping your friend move.
Oh, my God.
And that was for...
DirecTV.
How many times has that aired?
I want to let you know I've seen it so many times when I'm like napping in the middle of the afternoon and I hear Stoney's voice. It's to the point where I don't even open my eyes. I don't even. I'm like, oh, there's Stoney's commercial again. And you're wearing. And I asked you this the other day.
What number I'm wearing?
What number?
Yeah,
you don't even remember what number. And I've seen the commercial. Not even exaggerating. Maybe 600 times.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't talk about this spot much.
Probably not.
Why?
Because I'm
don't wanna burn
grateful.
bridges.
I'm grateful for work.
Thank you.
Yes.
Look straight into the camera and say that.
I love work.
Yeah. You know, but when I'm at a sports bar or I'm at my pub and it's on, I gave up saying, "Oh, there's Stoney."
Yeah, I know. We should talk about something else because so it's talking about. Oh shit! I messed my cans up here. Oh, I've unplugged myself. Technical help.
Stand by.
Put me in a hole there.
Stoney's actually new at being interviewed. Here comes the tech support.
Hold on. I don't know. Can you do it? I got it. I'm back.
You're back. All right.
I was going to say, what was I going to say about work? Oh, so here's the way commercials work too. So, you have national network, right? ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox.
Sure.
And if you see it on one of those channels, generally speaking, it's $100 a pop. Now, it starts a little higher and gets a little lower the more they run it, but let's just say that for fun. Okay. If it's on cable, you get a buyout for cable. It's $3,700 for whatever. This is all technical bullshit.
But they can air it as many times as they want.
Anytime they want. Now
It's
they
a
have
buyout.
yeah, kind of. Now they have something, DirecTV has something, it's called a dealership deal because those spots only run on DirecTV. So let me just say this. It's less than national network. It's less than cable. It's less than local cable.
It's DirecTV.
It's DirecTV. And I am so pleased for the work.
Dude, but you got to admit, it's really nice for wherever you go, everyone's like, oh, I saw you in the garage.
Because what people are saying is, I'm tired of seeing that motherfucking
Yeah,
commercial
I know.
and I don't want
Plus,
to
they're
see it.
saying, you
man.
must be wealthy. Can you buy me a beer?
Yeah, I get a lot of that.
Yeah.
But when you show up at the golf course and the guy says, if I have to see that spot one more
time.
dude.
So, Stoney Westmoreland has been on 3 of my favorite shows of all time.
Elaborate.
Again, back to the IMDb, folks.
Breaking Bad,
Yes, Breaking Bad.
Justified.
Justified.
Yep.
So there's only 2. That's really what we're talking about here.
You were never good at math.
Now, I was going to say
Gilmore
Weeds,
Girls.
but I've never seen it.
Somebody else has looked up a little IMDb.
Hold on.
I thought that was
Travis,
going to be your third was Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, I'm married to.
was he on there?
Yes, you
Was
are.
he-
Yeah, he's on Gilmore Girls.
I was on Gilmore Girls twice.
He's been on everything.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, are you looking him up right now, Travis?
Of course I am. This is what I do over here.
That's what you
I
do.
play with
You know
knobs
what
and
you
push buttons.
mentioned? You mentioned golf.
I did mention golf. This is
Now-
an interesting table
All
to
right,
bring
here
golf
we
up
go.
to.
Are we going to bust this
We're
out?
busting this. For anyone who doesn't know, the 3 of us may be the most competitive human beings on the planet.
Listen, if I'm just not saying this, but I'm less competitive than all of you guys are.
That is not true.
If
Not
this was
even
a competition,
close to true.
but if this was a competition, I would be winning, being less competitive.
I'm less competitive.
I'm less competitive.
Chunky's just. He's
Chunky's
No,
not
no,
even
no,
competitive.
no, no.
He can't compete. Let's
I
just be
can't
honest.
compete because you guys blow me away. I want to let you guys know, Stoney Westmoreland, within the last 2 years, you have gone to an elevation of golfing that I cannot believe you've gone to.
Well, the sad thing is that's a low elevation. That's like it's like
Yeah, that's
not even a
true.
mountain, but it is high amongst our friends.
Your putter,
It's huge.
It's on fire.
right? And your drive.
It's pretty good.
What is going on with that?
It's a little bit. It's about hyper focus.
Plus Golf Digest.
I did
he
get Golf
subscribed.
Digest.
Plus a lot of time off.
I got a lot
Wow.
of time in between when I'm wearing. Yeah,
Between
I'm an
DirecTV
actor.
commercials.
Exactly. I got this to do, and I got that.
Hey,
to
can I
do.
change the subject for a second?
Please.
And Adler, I just want to say something about Stoney Westmoreland, who actually, and Travis, I kid you not, changed my life. He introduced me to Shakespeare.
Wow. Are you not? Please don't.
No, what? With disgrace and fortune in men's eyes,
Travis,
I
are you
all
with
alone?
me on this? A
What?
little bit?
I'm
wait
actually
a
an
second.
English major, so I want to hear it.
Okay.
Oh,
let's do
nice.
it.
Good.
Go ahead.
All right. So if you're going to do it, do it
I'm gonna
slower.
Step outside for a minute.
Or don't do it.
No.
You know what?
In
Stand
disgrace
up and deliver,
with
bro.
fortune and men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state in troubled deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself
And curse my fate. Very nice. Chunky V, ladies and gentlemen.
But I want to let you know, not only is this man on television on a regular basis, a couple years ago, we chose to grab this troubled class in the 8th grade.
Chunky and I adopted.
Behind the dumpster.
Chunky. Chunky and I.
No.
Chunky and I adopted 17 kids together,
Wow.
mostly from Guatemala.
Okay, wait, no.
Interesting.
Okay, Stoney came up to me one day, and what I'm about to tell you is not even exaggerated or a joke. Stoney says, "You want to really mess with these kids' heads? Let's teach them Shakespeare."
Nice.
I'm like, I don't even know Shakespeare. You know, he's like, trust me. And what did you do? You and I, every single day, went in to this 8th grade class, and they got so good, we started to go to other schools. We went to inner city schools in downtown LA, and we did our sonnets.
That's awesome.
18 punks that never thought they'd ever learn
One of them, frankly, couldn't read.
He couldn't read.
No.
And guess
Promotion
what?
charter?
Yeah. Promotion charters. Social
I know they
promotional
can't do
charter.
math or science, but I thought the kids could read.
No. And he just came in. And I want to let you know, Stoney, as I'm talking to you, and I'm not even exaggerating,
Goosebumps.
I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
Stoney Westmoreland is a man with integrity, a man with character, values, friendship, and loyalty. And that's what I dragged onto his coattails. I don't know. I sat as a student Do you remember
Well,
this?
that's the beauty of the classes. The class was
I
whatever.
sat as a kid.
The Chunky sitting in the thing, and I would ask questions. What do you think this means? And the kids would all kind of look at each other, and Chunky go, I don't know. Could it be this? And finally, everybody started speaking up. And,
Chunky?
Like Chunky. I don't know. I don't know. Could it be this? I don't know. But it was genius. That was the genius part of it.
We made them fearless.
Yes, you made them fearless.
Well, you taught them.
Yeah, but you made it be okay to be a fuck up. You should be very proud of yourself.
And you know something? I'm going to say one thing that no one else on this podcast will understand, but I embrace my poorness.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I tried to do it. All right, change the subject. Adler, what's on your mind?
Well, I was going to go into the competitive stuff a little bit more and maybe talk about our poker game and why haven't we played.
Oh, Jesus.
We're in the room where we usually play.
I don't want to bring up Junky's wife. Because he probably listens to this.
She's in my trunk. You know what chipper
I
costs?
would just say, if I had spent a little bit of money remodeling my house for parties,
Yeah.
I would have a party every
You know
Sunday
how
night starting at
far-fetched
9
that
o'clock.
sounded? Do you know how far-fetched
That I
that
would,
sounded?
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I'll back off.
No,
that.
let's talk about Stoney. He's got
I
nothing to
wanted to get into his new directing career because
Hold
I
on,
know
wait, hold on. Before because I definitely want to do that. But
Okay.
you were bringing up those shows. Did you want to talk about
I
Breaking
do. I
Bad or
wanted to
Justified
talk
or
about
something?
Yes.
Breaking Bad because people love Breaking Bad. And tell us who you were on that show. What
episode? What
I'll
season?
tell you the funny. I don't remember, and I'll tell you the funny
That's
thing.
how much you care.
You had a great scene with a friend of yours.
Yes, with Anna Gunn.
Anna Gunn.
Yeah, Anna Gunn and I had done Measure for Measure, speaking of Shakespeare, together a couple of years before. Boy, she's great. Let me just say, everybody, first of all, Cranston is a genius. Everybody knows he's a genius.
Yep.
Everybody's read the letter from Anthony Hopkins. The guy's a genius. But think about everybody else on that show. Think about all the people. And Anna Gunn, I just can't say enough about. The funny thing about that scene, so I'm a cop. I don't remember what season 4. I don't remember. I come in, I'm going to take him. He comes back. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm on the scene. You can
She
look it up.
calls the cops because
Yes,
they
and
get in a big fight.
Correct. And he won't leave, and she's already thrown him out of the house. And I show up, and I'm trying to help her get him out of the house. The great thing is somebody, and you saw this too, I think, somebody took that scene and put a laugh track on it and put like 70s sitcom music on it. Which is, people have a lot of fucking free time. Let me just say that.
do.
And so,
Knobs and meat.
Way to bring it back around.
Yeah.
But it's very funny to watch that scene with that kind of stuff. I don't know why they would choose that scene. But that was great. And what's happening now is everybody's doing the catch-up because the show just ended. Everybody, I'm just catching up on my Breaking Bad, dude.
Everyone's talking about
But
it.
listen, what a great honor to be on that show, which has come and gone, but will live on, in all of us.
And it is so well written and so well acted. It is such a great show. And it really is.
Let's talk about Cranston. What's his
Bryan
last name?
Cranston.
Bryan
Cranston.
Cranston.
How lucky or talented is he when he comes out of Malcolm in the Middle, which was a great series. I don't know if you guys did you catch that?
I
Sure did.
With Jane Kasmerick.
Yes.
Yeah, Jane.
That
Jane
was
and
a
I-
great.
Yeah, you get to play with her.
Yeah, we did a
I
show
saw
out in the
you. That
Valley.
was
You both
great.
came to see it.
Right, and then all of a
I went
sudden
with
he
Doug
bounces
Salford.
it. I actually got to talk to him when he was a
When he was
guest
on
on
Ferguson?
Ferguson, and I said that to him like, "Wow, how special? How does it feel?" And I will let you know, he was like, "I'm tired of people talking to me about it."
Oh, wow.
And I was in the green room.
So you just kept talking, right?
No. I shut my mouth. I'm like, no. Somebody asked you.
Well, I think, first of all, it's hard to watch the guy and not just say that he's
a genius.
Unreal.
But then you turn on a show like the new Total Recall, where he's not a genius, right? The show sucked. The movie, did you see the movie?
Negative.
It was awful.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, and he plays this. Did you see it?
He's bad at
Oh,
it.
my God. Anyway, Cranston, though, as you know, it's the role, it's the writing, it's the timing, it's all. And man, is he good. But Total Recall, come on, not that great. Not that great in Rock of Ages. Not that great in. He's done other things, but he's not that great. I'm not trying to slam Cranston. What I'm talking about is, though, it's a synthesification.
All the stars lined
Nice.
up on this particular show.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And also Malcolm in the Middle, though. And think about it.
Yeah.
He was really good in that as well.
Great writing.
Across the board. Anyway, there was a great thing to be on that show. Justified was my favorite show to watch. I love that show.
Hey, can I jump in?
Now, wait, you played what on Justified?
I was a Lexington detective.
Right.
You got shot.
Did not get shot. I got shot in Scandal.
Oh,
And I got shot in NCIS. It's good, Chucky.
How many times have you been shot, Stoney?
I got shot in Supernatural. Got shot in the head. But that was all done in post. So I just snapped my head back, and they blew all this red stuff. It looked like my son gives me shit about this because when it came out, I recorded it, I DVR'd it, I guess. I'm going right there. Watch that. Watch that. And he's 9.
Can you do it for us?
Yeah, it's just the JFK. That was it. That's all I got. But I made him watch it over and over and over and over and over again. His dad getting his fucking head blown off. So I got shot in that. I got shot in Scandal. I took a bullet for the president.
Nice. Yep.
And then I also got shot in NCIS. Now, cool thing about the NCIS thing, I got shot in the chest and I got shot in the shoulder. I did it in and out, right? So there's a squib in the front and a squib on the back.
Right.
So it's pow pow, which is cool. And then I got to shoot a guy. So I'm laying in the street in LA. I guess they have permits. We seem like we just showed up at this place, and suddenly people are getting shot. And get shot twice, and I'm laying on the ground, and I shoot a guy twice in the back. So that was cool.
Yeah.
It was. I felt like an action hero, which look at me. I'm not much of an action hero.
Listen, I know my executive producer's got a list of questions, but I'm going to still question. What was your most challenge? What was the most fulfilling moment in your television history?
That's a terrible question. So, Stoney.
See what I'm dealing with? The dude shows up 20 minutes late and thinks
What's the name of the show?
1 Degree of Chunky B.
Yeah.
Who's
hello?
Thank you.
Hello. He's the 1 degree though. That's where you fucked
He's 1
up.
degree. I know. But what seriously?
I did a show a couple of years ago on ABC Family.
Yeah. Anyway, so Adler, what did you?
By the way, this show is called Huge.
Wait a second. Time out. I'm kidding. I know exactly what you're going to talk about.
You saw all this.
Yes, I saw.
It's the only thing he's ever seen me because I brought a reel of all of it. So just sit
no,
down
you were
and watch
saying
all
because
of
you
it.
got the kiss of black chick.
Oh my God, I got paid to kiss a black chick.
She was hot.
Gina Torres.
Yeah,
Yes.
super hot.
Married to Lawrence Fishburne.
Yep. Elaborate.
So it was a show called Huge.
Fat camp.
It was a fat camp for kids, exactly. Yeah. And I got to play. It was the first time I got to play a romantic lead.
You mean not a cop? Is what you're saying?
I wasn't a cop. That's right.
And he wasn't getting shot.
I was a contractor this time, exactly.
And he
wasn't
walked around
shot.
with this thing, and he was like doing you were
measuring
like,
stuff.
Measuring.
I built a fence. I had a shirtless
by the
scene.
way, you were the king of like phrases. Like what were you? The king?
Yeah. He was a guy who was the guy. They kept writing that to me, which was great. I would quote poetry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would quote.
You were so sensitive.
Oh, I was a sensitive contractor.
I remember you calling me like I made out on television. Lawrence Fishburne's wife.
I was so scared though. She is so great. She's on Suits now.
Yeah.
And all over everything else, but she's so generous. I was so scared, and. We had a lot of problems. We had a lot of problems with set up the cameras and where we were going to be and where the camera's going to be and la 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 la. It took a long time to set up, and we're sitting in the truck together. And she said, "Well, this kind of takes all the romance out of it." And I said, "Are you kidding me? I'm finally able to breathe." She said, "What are you talking about?" I'm so nervous. She said, "What are you nervous? I have to kiss you. I'm so nervous." And she laughs, and she was so sweet. So we go up. We finally do the thing. People are the writer and the director are in a barn. We're shooting in front of a barn or something. And we do this moment. We get to this moment where the kiss happens, and I kiss her because none of the rehearsals have kisses, right? Which from now on, I'd like to rehearse everything with the kiss. But so the first kiss happened on camera. It's the one they used. And the writer came out, and she was crying. And she said, "This was much more sweet than I ever thought it could be."
Wow.
And it was, there's the guy's nervous. I was nervous. It all worked out. And she was so sweet. We had another thing where I push her up on a desk, and we're making out pretty well after we've been together for a while. And I wasn't nervous then either. She said, "Whoa, look what happens in a couple of weeks." And I was like, "Whoa, you're so fast." But I was so scared, just scared.
I know this is a really sort of sweet, sensitive question, but did you pop a chub?
Oh my God.
Seriously, no. Did you get wood? Did you get wood? That's a legit way to go, Gary. That's a legit question.
So,
what do you hold on before you answer? What do you think? Did he get wood?
We're going around the room.
Yes, he got wood.
Okay, I want to let you know.
Actually, let me look up her picture.
I say
week. Oh, you don't know who Gina Torres is? Look her up.
I say week two, he got wood on the desk.
I swear, minute one, he got wood. There's
in
nobody
the truck
here
before shooting. You mean?
Oh yeah.
When I show
he got wood just driving to the location,
reading the script. Like, oh shit!
I would have got wood, just been like, I can bang, or I can not bang. I can make out with more.
Lawrence Fishburne, everybody.
Hey, come on in.
I did say he was doing Thurgood at the time, and we went to see him do Thurgood, and he's so great. And she said I was getting her drinks, and I was really being attentive in a way that whatever.
You're her on-screen roommate.
Yes, I'm being attentive because I'm a fucking geek.
You got to do that. You got to do the right thing.
Yes, got to be honest. Anyway, she said I feel really awkward flirting with you. And I said, you feel awkward? Your fucking husband's right over there, and he's Morpheus. You think you're awkward? Morpheus. Anyway, I cannot say. Did you unplug yourself?
I just unplugged myself.
Now Chunky's unplugged.
All right, good. That show just got a lot better.
Oh my gosh.
I got it.
Let me just say this though. I cannot say enough about how generous and kind, and it makes all the difference in the world. Because the work that we do, it's a lot of fun, and but there's a vulnerability involved to it. And man, you could not get any more vulnerable than making me try to kiss this. This is a great thing to show the story. She's a little over 6 foot, and apple boxes. So apple boxes are these.
So you had to go up on her.
Instead of going down. No, I'm 6 foot.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Do you even mean to tell a good joke? I'm just curious.
That's his whole career. He happens into one.
No, continue.
No, I was just going to say that she calls the apple boxes that you stand on. Sometimes they'll put people on it. She calls them man makers, right? And she was so happy that I didn't need a man maker because I'm tall enough for it. And I thought I can't say enough about her. She's so kind and so sweet.
That's awesome.
And generous. You just don't get that kind of generosity because that's what it's all about. Think about all the stuff that you've done, Chunky, where you've got people who are coming on the show and you're there to warm people up, whether it's a game show or the talk show or whatever it is. Right. And if those guys are not pleasant, it makes your job really hard.
Yeah. Yes. But you did you feel responsible to make her?
No.
Yeah.
No, I felt
a baby.
No, I'm just saying. Did you feel the pressure of being what I do, like a warm up guy? Did you feel that you had to? Was there pressure on making her happy?
Yes. Yes. Not only her, but also the person who wrote the show. There's two people, Savannah Dooley, Paul Dooley's daughter, if you remember Paul.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great actor, Paul Dooley, and he's a wonderful guy. And her mother's name is Winnie Holtzman, and Winnie wrote Wicked.
Oh wow!
Really? The play Wicked.
So that's
these are
talented family.
And she also created My So-Called Life.
I'd like to go to that Thanksgiving dinner.
It's it's very nice. I'll tell you, they do a nice bread. Nothing like Paul Dooley carving a turkey. I tell you, Paul's great. Anyway, the writing was so great, and Paul, who hired me on that show was Eric Stoltz.
Oh wow!
Eric Stoltz was the director of the first 2 episodes, and Eric was responsible for making the choice. They all signed on, but it was Eric's choice, and boy, what a great guy that guy was.
That's cool.
Anyway, that's that show.
That was awesome in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
By the way. And he was great.
Fantastic.
And he was great in the
Mask.
Mask.
Oh, that was the best. That was the best. That was with Cher.
That's very good, Chunky.
You want to take a
Shut up, you prick. You guys can talk about. I need another beer. You
want to take a break? Why don't we take a break?
Hey,
Is it 20 minutes? Are we at 20? We got to be at 20, right?
No. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
Let me just wrap. I know.
Hold on. Let's bring it down a second.
I just want to wrap around it, though, and just say, you asked me what the most rewarding thing is.
Yes.
And the reason that was the most rewarding, not only was the writing good, and I got to kiss the hot black chick and all that stuff, but also I had an arc as a character. Usually I come in and I shoot somebody or I tell somebody something I'm doing.
No.
Right? I had a monkey on my shoulder for Bones.
How many episodes you do?
Of huge. They shot 10 and I did 8, I think.
Yeah, right.
And it was going places.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the difference, is that you have a character that you're really going somewhere with it instead of just your one-time deal on a cop show.
Right. That must be so satisfying.
Oh my God! Show up and the same people. So you got your own guys who do your camera work. You've got everybody knows who It's pretty cool. I'll tell you a funny story when we get back from the break.
Well, we can keep going. I mean, if here's
the only funny story I have about the show. I'll tell you quickly. I had a fraternity brother who was in town, and he was doing extra work. And he happened to be doing extra work on a day that we had a lot of my scenes. So it looked like I was like, ooh, Lottie, right? Look at Stoney's made it big. He's the big time, right? And then I invited him to come over to my trailer. And as he comes over to my trailer,
Did you have your own trailer?
Yes, Chucky, I had my own trailer.
You are such a dick. I want my own trailer. Really? Have you ever had a trailer?
I've had a trailer.
No, for what? That movie that you did in Vegas?
Halfway to Vegas?
Oh, shit.
Straight to Vegas? What's it called?
Hold on. Travis Spencer. Have you ever had a trailer?
I grew up in a trailer.
The double wide trailer doesn't count.
Well, then no.
A trailer park, no. All right,
I was going to say, so on the way back I booked a commercial. And it came in and I was like, hey, look, I booked this commercial. I had to go get permission to make sure that I was cleared to be able to go do the commercial. Sure. On the way back from getting permission to get that commercial, I booked another one. Okay? It was unheard of.
And your extra friend.
My extra fraternity friend is
flipping.
there. Dude, it looked like I had a fucking career.
Right.
Like, can you believe it? Look like, dude. And then I didn't work for like 8 months. But it was like for that, hour and a half, I looked like I was God.
The king.
And I could not have written to look, like I was more important in front of my friend.
Right.
It was pretty good.
Happened.
Yeah.
That's
Ladies
awesome.
and gentlemen, let's clap Stoney out for the break.
Thank you very much.
Hey, you guys.
We'll be
Once
back.
again, you're listening to 1 Degree of Chunky B. Chill out. We'll be back in probably a millisecond.
Rolling through a couple of plugs.
Yeah, I want to let you guys know. Are we rolling? All right.
Are these are these commercials you're doing?
No, I'll tell you what it is just let's go around the room and let's talk about
Some
what's
shameless
happening.
plugs?
Hey, Travis, you know
sir.
something?
Yes,
I
sir.
know you're the wizard of the knobs, but just tell America what you got up your sleeve.
I do a podcast. It's called Apocalyptic Time.
Gary, go ahead. Talk about it, Gary.
Gary, I want you on the show, Gary. Come.
I would love to
talk
do
shit.
the show.
Okay.
I believe
And
in the
Stone, you as well.
apocalypse. Apocalypse. It's apocalypse.
Hey,
What
if
is
you
it?
had a speech impediment growing up, it's hard.
It's all right. We're not going to embarrass
Hang on.
you.
Let me tell his
still
website
can.
again. It's calypso.
Hey, that's good for business. Thank you for that plug.
Say it clearly so
Yeah,
everybody
please.
knows.
Apocalypse.
Apocalyptic Times.
I got it. Apocalyptic Times.
It's a
Apocalyptics.com.
Right.
podcast.
So he's
right?
got his own podcast, but he comes over and does the
He slums.
real podcast.
He slums.
No.
No.
The anti-slums coming here.
Oh, the anti-slum.
I've been on his show, and he's got a room dedicated.
Wait till you guys come to see my studio. It's like
you
magic.
do have a good studio. I can't bust your balls
Is
on
it
that.
painted as beautifully
Oh,
as this one is?
it's a little more green than this pistachio.
Hold on. Can't do that. Don't
guys
turn
might-
on me.
Hey, you guys might not need the work. When can I come?
Yeah.
I'll hit you up on Twitter.
All right,
This
real
week.
quick.
Twitter me up, baby.
Absolutely.
Real quick. Four-Eyed Films. Gary, talk about it.
That is my motion design commercial production company.
Yep.
FourEyedFilms.com. That's FOUREYED Films.com. If you guys need any kind of branding, animation, I got an amazing company, and it's been going for quite a while.
Let me just point out that no one interrupted you or said no one said a fucking thing to you about the name of your company like you did his Apocalyptic Times.
I didn't give him a chance.
Oh, that's a good point. You should learn something.
He's a professional.
Yeah, you
I've learned
fucking.
it.
But I want to
blame
let you know.
man.
I want to let you know. I got to stick up for Gary Adler, who is a great branding genius. And we're talking about Pabst Blue Ribbon. We're talking about on the CW, the Vortex every Saturday morning.
That's right.
You get 4 hours of his branding. Lucky to be your best friend. Lucky to have you as executive producer, and lucky of Four-Eyed Films.
Now I'm getting wood.
Yeah. Stoney, just see you on TV all the time.
Well, I'm shooting this Toyota spot tomorrow that's going to run in New York, Chicago, and surrounding areas.
If people want to find you and what you're up to, are you on Facebook? Where do we find you?
You can get me at Twitter at Stoney_West.
Really?
Yes, I have a Twitter. Dude.
I just got Twitter too.
I didn't do. So by Twitter thing, yeah, you can also hit me up on. I do have a Facebook page. You can hit me up on. I'm terrible at all that stuff.
So many.
But it's important.
It is important,
You
and
have to have it.
I'm going to get better at it. I'm in the process. You know Andy Davey. Do you know the Davies?
Sure, I know the Davies.
You
Well, you don't know
do you know
the
the
Davies?
Davies?
Yeah.
I've never met
They
him.
got two little twins, and then the older
Davies.
girl.
You know.
I'm kidding. Stop it. You know
We
I
all
know
the
Andy.
Davies. Andy Davey, you made the podcast.
Andy, we're talking about you.
Andy Davey is just.
No. Are you pregnant yet?
Real
Are you
quick.
pregnant?
He
I didn't mean to
brings
cut you
up-
off,
No,
but I
wait,
got to
wait.
get my dog out of here. All right, hold on.
all right.
Lucy.
She's ovulating.
Is that what it is? That's that smell I smell? Because now I'm really popping wood.
Lucy's the only female dog that will impregnate you.
Oh my gosh. No, I was just going to say I'm in the process of putting together. I've been doing this for 2 years
Speaking
now.
of black chicks.
Hello, Lucy.
I thought we were going to cut
Putting
him off.
sorry, you're right.
putting together a website. I put all my stuff and kind of funnel shit through it, but I haven't yet. I'm terrible at it.
Yeah.
especially as an actor. I mean,
Well, I know.
These days.
But I'm the laziest. I'm the laziest actor you'll ever want to.
But isn't the first question out of anyone's mouth is, "What's your website?"
No, I never get asked that.
All right, fuck it. Let's move
Chunky,
on.
Chunky B, wait, we're plugging stuff. Chunky, do you have anything going on?
Yes, Chunky B.
Hello. ChunkyB.tv. You can tweet me at what's my Twitter?
ChunkyBTV.
ChunkyB.tv.
That's a tough one to
do I have
remember.
a website?
ChunkyB.tv.
May cause cancer.
Yeah, all that stuff.
that?
Just
Did you
check
say
me
that?
out,
I
people.
didn't say that.
Did you say that? No, dude. Okay, the Love Fest is over. Now I got a question for
Wait,
you.
whoa! What happened? I tossed you the. I saw.
No, I got it. I knocked it out of the
okay,
park.
all right.
But I want to tell you, I want to ask you a question, and we know all the good stuff that you've been doing. I want to talk about Tennessee, and
It's a great state. It's where I'm from.
They got a lot of volunteers.
They got a whole lot of volunteers.
All right, you guys, and I'm not. I know he's messing with me, and Spencer. I want you to know this. Tennessee Westmoreland is what 16, 17 now.
17 and a half. He's my
17.
son.
Wow.
And he is going to take over everything that you've done.
Let me just say this. I saw tonight. They do this thing. He's in high school here in California, and they do this thing called DTASC, which I don't know what it stands for. Drama teacher, blah blah blah. And I helped him with a couple of monologues today, and it's a monologue competition on this Saturday. And I will say this about my boy. This must be what Peyton Manning's dad felt about the Manning boys, right?
Yep.
Except the difference is that guy couldn't throw. He couldn't do what those boys could do. No. I can do things that he can't because he's 17, right?
Yep.
But I'm watching him, and he can hold a pole quietly, hold this little thing, and do something. Man, he's good. And I left today feeling very, very proud and very. It's really.
Let's get into it. He was holding a pole.
I thought we were not going to cut him off.
I'm not cutting him off. I'm just curious about the fucking pole.
Travis, wait a
It was
second.
to a hoopah.
Oh, okay.
And it was
Fair
a hoopah
enough.
pole.
Do you want me to just start muting Adler? Would be better.
You cut that mic off.
cut me right the
Never
fuck
cut
off.
him.
No. I'm just saying that he was able to. You know what happens is we're all bad actors. We're all bad actors, and what we do is we want everyone to know what we're doing. We want to be big and do this stuff, and it is so hard. Okay, Alan Rickman. Do you guys know Alan Rickman? He played Snape, and okay, Alan Rickman, great English actor. I heard an interview with him on NPR. I listen to NPR. Heard an interview with him, and he was talking about the difference between working on film and working on stage, because he does both, and now he's directing films. And he said, "I'm so grateful to have worked in films because I learned that a person thinking is interesting." And when you're on stage, you're afraid to let that quietness be there. But when you're on film, you take all the time in the world to do what you need to do in real life. And now he translates that over to the stage. So what I'm trying to say is that the older you get, the more you do this, the more you feel comfortable in your own skin, the more you're able to let things breathe and trust things. And when I see my son, who's at 17 and a half, who can be quiet, man.
He's got the it factor.
He does. He's easy to watch.
Absolutely has the it factor, and that's
And I've seen him in 2 plays.
Yeah, me too.
What was the last play at Culver High?
You saw him in
My town?
Our Town.
Our Town.
Yeah. He's doing ready to do. It's your town. We're all just living in it, right? It's Chunky's town.
And he was the lead. Adler, he was the lead.
He's fantastic, and he's got it. And by the way, he's like 6'5", right?
Yeah, he's 6'4 and a half, 6'5".
Oh my God,
He's getting ready to do 12 Angry Men, so it opens in 2 weeks. I'll let
Chunky's
you know.
getting ready to do 12 Angry Men as well. It's a whole different story.
Hey, we all got to make a living. Anything to keep the lights on.
All right, I'm gonna break. I'm gonna break from this pattern, and I want to just throw something out there because you are an actor. You're great at improvisation. You can hold a tale. You can spin a yarn. And then we're gonna start asking this of every one of our guests, and that is, tell us about the one that got away.
The one that got away. Is my wife going to hear this? Because it was about
Only
45.
if she listens.
It was about 45 minutes ago, and I was sitting out in front of Chunky's house ready to come in, and she was so quick. If I could just caught her. If I just there was a girl once. It's funny. She was a little British girl named Emma, and I got
real quick. He's referencing Adler's wife,
British wife.
Yes.
The one that got away.
It doesn't have to be a girl.
No, it could be a fish. I'm with you. It could be anything.
It could be a red snapper. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh my Lord! The one the guy could be a job. No, but I think it's interesting. I think love is interesting. I think the one that got away from me. It's
There's
funny.
so many.
Well, yeah, they all got away, didn't I? I did so poorly. And no, this was my 25th reunion. Just happened 2 weeks ago, and I didn't go. But there was a girl in high school who, man, I don't know why we were always at cross purposes. We were always with somebody when the other was not. We drove each other crazy. Politically, we would just explode, right? She was all over everywhere. She was a little Jewish girl. Thank you very much. The only Jewish girl we had in the state of Tennessee, and I happened to find her.
So sucked a mean dick is what you're saying.
Oh, my God.
What? Did you really have to go there?
Yeah.
The man's talking.
I grew up as a Jewish boy. I know what Jewish girls can do.
Oh, I thought you were saying, like, Jewish boys suck at me, but not on Friday nights.
No, the Jewish girl's like, suck what?
Yeah. Friday night, she wouldn't do shit. At least nothing with mechanics.
All right, so let's get that. Wait, hang on. Let's bring it down. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So there I was. We got to get it. No, you know what? I don't know. I wish I had a better answer for you of something that... Here's the deal, is when you're a kid, you don't know what you have. And when you're an adult, you realize what you had and it's gone. It's that whole idea that, youth is wasted on the young. And there's also that great line. Man, I love that line. I wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then.
Which is why that movie Old School was so successful.
And I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
And it's also, Thomas Wolfe, if we want to get a little, you can't go home again. And the reason you can, but you can't go back in time. You can never be that kid again. And that part of us that believes that something can happen. I would say, okay, so I was, okay. All right, so here's the story. When I was a freshman, I had a lot of, man, this is weird. This is the South, though. So I had like 4 girls who were all over me when I was a freshman. And there was a one on the side. So it's like 4 plus 1. So
How many of those were your sister? This was the South.
Cousins.
No, let them
sisters,
finish his
cousins.
story.
Cousins. No, none of them were related. But as a freshman, and there were times when there were like 2 on me, and there were times when I'm making out with one, and the other one's going down on me. And
Shut up.
I kid you not. Okay, and I am bragging a little.
I love this.
But they were shifted off. So I decided, though, this shows you how stupid I was. I decided this is wrong. This is wrong. I need to ask one of these girls out, just one of them.
Fair enough.
And she'll never hear it, so I'll tell you what her name is. Should I tell you what her name is?
Yes.
You know what? Rhyme her name.
Stowen was her last name. Let me tell you the crazy thing about the girl.
Fucking Cohen. I get her too.
We all did her.
Give it up over
At
here.
Eddie Friedman's bar mitzvah.
What? Eddie Friedman?
We all did it at Eddie Friedman's bar mitzvah.
Stop it.
No, the crazy
Can he
thing.
finish his
The
story?
crazy thing about this girl is she had hair all over her body.
On her nipples?
Everywhere. And it was like
Hairy
soft,
nipples?
oh my God. It was like soft, downy hair. I mean, it was, you think about it now, I think about it,
But when you were a kid, you didn't think that was wrong because there's nothing to compare it to.
dude, there were the 4 or 5 other ones that I was
okay,
talking
sorry.
about. But this one was, she had Playboy tits, right? Perfect tits. They were fuzzy. And they were fuzzy in a really hot way. And the hair on her, it was all just beautiful. Anyway.
That might have been my ass. Okay, go ahead.
And I decided to ask her out.
Okay.
And I decided to ask her out in front of the band.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean,
Like
at
the
a
marching
football game,
band?
at a football game on a Friday
shit.
night, I decided. So I wore this tuxedo. This is a fucking stupid idiot.
Oh, it's great.
I wear a tuxedo. I'm wearing a purple belt. Now here's where the story kind of takes a turn. I'm wearing a purple belt, and there's this girl who was around in the circle of friends, but not these circle, but she was older, a couple years older. She says you can't wear that belt, and I said okay. So I take the belt off and give it to her, and I go up with a bunch of flowers, and I stand in front of the band, and I ask this girl, Christine Stowen, out. I asked her out, and she says no.
Nice.
And I wanted to say, my cock has been in your mouth. And you're saying no to a date.
And you don't want to get a slice of pizza with
Yeah,
it.
hello, see a movie.
You gotta be kidding me.
I didn't
Keep
say.
going.
I didn't
talking.
say anything. I was crushed. I was embarrassed in
front of the whole school.
in front of the band, everybody. It was on Friday night. Okay, again, it's like Texas football, Southern football.
You're sweating thinking about it.
I am. Exactly. So I go over. This is fate, dude. I go over. I'm crushed. Because now I know she's not going to put my dick back in her mouth either. So I've just blown that one too. So the fuzzy girl's out. All right.
Plus you spent $20 on flowers.
So I go over and I have my head's down, and I go. This is so funny. I go over and I reach to get my belt, and as I reach to get that purple belt, I look up and I see the girl who's holding that belt, and I was struck as if by lightning. And that's the girl I fell in love
no
with.
kidding. The older girl.
Yeah, I fell madly in love with that girl. First love, first everything, first, all the way down the block. Because I didn't have sex with these girls, we just had a lot of oral sex.
Yeah.
And God, this girl meant, man, I think about her, and you see it in my face.
Yeah.
I think about her now, and I still go pitter patter, pitter patter.
Have you tried to look her up?
I have talked to her recently. She's in Atlanta. She is doing some work in films and stuff, doing some background
So listen,
work.
Beth, if Stoney has a job in Atlanta anytime soon.
Oh, really? Really?
Hopefully my wife's Beth, she'll never hear this. But she's still married. This girl's married. She's, her brother turned out to be a very good friend of mine as well. So,
Hey, Stoney.
but that's the one that didn't get away, and it's the one that that in the end, when she told me she was getting married, I sat in the doorway, and I must have been 20, maybe 19. She was older. I sat in the doorway and I cried and cried and cried.
No
And I looked at her and I said, I have nothing to offer you. I cannot compete with this guy, but please don't marry this man. So she fucking married the guy,
Yep.
and they've been married 25 years.
Hey, Stoney.
Hey, Chunky.
I'm gonna push it, and if you don't want this on, we'll edit it out. But can I go somewhere?
Yeah.
Can you tell the most incredible story that I don't think I can go through about your father?
Yeah.
Are you comfortable enough to talk about it?
Yeah. I will. Yeah.
I didn't mean to throw you under the.
No, we're all laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my father killed himself about 11 years ago.
He didn't make you watch it over and over again, did he?
No.
Adler. No. We're going to a direction that would give him his props.
No. But I will say that it's funny. It's funny you say that. I did find him. There were some problems. He was a state congressman at the time, and there was a scandal happening that looked like one thing on the surface. It turns out to be something else. But he couldn't handle. He was inflexible. He was an inflexible guy. I knew that growing up. And I come home. I came home. And I had a lot of stuff running too. So I was financially in a better position. And I said to him, hey, listen, I'm here. I'll stand in front of you and knock anybody out of your way. I'll stand beside you and hold your hand, or I'll stand behind you and catch you, whatever you need me to do.
Nice.
And I have unlimited amounts of time to be here.
He's a public figure.
Yeah. He was a sheriff for years, then he was a county executive, county judge, and then he was a state congressman. And he said to me, the closest I ever got him saying anything nice about me showing up is, God damn it. This is what he said. God damn it, I wish you hadn't come. And then we're sitting in the car, driving back from Nashville to my hometown, which is about 5 hours. And then it's quiet. And he finally says, but I'm glad you're here. That's it. That's all I could get out of the guy. Anyway, we get home. There's a call from the lawyer saying things are looking fine. All the stuff's going to blow over because it's not what it looks like. And I end up going. I stay, and he sends me to my uncle's house with a car. He said, your uncle needs to do this car, so drive that one over there. My stepmother came with me, and we were there for about 15, 20 minutes, and he didn't show up. And then my uncle and I got in the car and drove over to the house. We get to the house. It's so odd, the things you remember. The car door, he had a Cherokee, and the door was open in the garage, which was odd. We go to the front door of the house, and the dog doesn't come to the door, which is also odd. My uncle calls his name. He doesn't answer. My uncle goes to the bedroom. I go to the bathroom. I don't know why I walk into the bathroom. But the lights are on, and the curtains are drawn, and there's one spot of blood on the white porcelain of the tub. And I pull back the curtain, and my father's laying in the bathtub. He had shot himself. He had also had some stents in his legs. He had tried to cut them out before he shot himself. So there was a lot of blood. To be honest with you, I don't know if there was any water in the tub. I couldn't stay for long. And then my uncle, who's a doctor, comes in and says, call 911. I call 911. This is a fucked up part of the story. I guess it's all fucked up. But I start to call 911. And they ask me, what's the nature of your emergency? And I know that this is not going to be private, right? I know that this story is going to...
He's a public figure.
And this 911 tape is going to play. And he may not be dead. So I am trying to protect him in that moment. I say, I don't know what happened. Well, what's the name? I don't know, because I'm thinking if he's not dead, we could say that we were cleaning a gun, it went off, we were fucking around, whatever. You can make it up. Well, he's dead, but I don't know that at the time. And so I'm trying so hard to avoid talking about what actually happened on the 911 tape, but trying to get someone to the house. Well, he's dead. He said to me before I flew in, he said they've taken away the only thing I've ever had, which is they've taken away my name, is what he said to me. And that made me get on the plane. Well, for the funeral, the governor flies in and they charter a plane, and the entire legislature of Tennessee flies in to be in attendance for the funeral. The governor gives the eulogy, which was very nice. And then they're all talking about this man that I don't know very well. And then I get up and I speak. And the first thing I say is, you guys didn't mention golf, so you're obviously not talking about my dad, right? Because my dad played golf all the time. And then I said, and this is the thing that meant so much to me, is I said, my name is Stoney Westmoreland. Maybe you didn't hear that in the back of the room. My last name is Westmoreland. My name is Stoney Westmoreland. And that's my name, and I'm not giving it up. And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not embarrassed of it. And that's who I am. And so, thank you, Chunky, but that was so important to me. And it's interesting raising my son. I was raised with that idea that we are somebody, and we have to be different than other people, and we have to be better than other people. And I guess a lot of fathers tell that to their kids, but I believed it. And it has made me that I'm very grateful. I mean, he was a hard ass. He was mean. He was tough. The sad thing is, and I've said this to Chunky, the sad thing is that I kept thinking somewhere down the line he would be 70 and I'd be 50 and my kids would be fishing, or maybe my grandkids, who the fuck knows. But he would reach over and he'd just pat me on my leg, and suddenly it would all be okay. And what I missed the most was that moment. I'll never have that moment. I never had that moment of release. Never had that moment of making everything okay.
You get to have that with your son.
I do, and I've had an opportunity. We all try to be better than. I mean, he was much better than his father, who I knew very well, and I'm night and day to where he was. And hopefully, my son will, be better than I am. But that's the story that you were asking for, I think. And
is your grandfather still alive?
No, my grandfathers are gone. This is crazy. I knew my great grandmother. Get this, my great grandmother died when I was 17. My great-grandmother, she had my grandmother when she was 13. My grandmother had my mother when she was 16.
What?
My mother had me when she was 18. So at one point, and then I had my son when I was 26. So I pushed
talking about Shelby?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is Cohen got away scot-free.
Yes, she did.
She would have been pregnant.
Yeah,
early.
boy, that fur. Because that holds the semen, the fur. Anyway, but I had an opportunity, unlike many people, I really knew my great-grandparent. It was kind of cool. At one point, we had 5 generations.
Yeah.
But we're talking about General Westmoreland.
No. He was not my grandfather. No, he's my General Westmoreland, General William Westmoreland of Vietnam fame.
Yeah.
And also West Point fame. He was the superintendent of West Point. Is a first cousin twice removed, is what he is. He was my grandfather's first cousin.
Well, you've had some badass men in your family.
I have the story goes that the guy who was the father to both General Westmoreland and my grandfather, he came over from North Carolina into Tennessee, killed 6 people with his bare hands, nice. and then had to flee back to North Carolina. And that's where that family but he killed 6 guys in a barroom brawl with his bare hands.
Damn,
that's the story.
Hey, can I change the subject about how much I adore your mother?
You can. She had a date. I shouldn't tell you.
What?
Don't make Chunky jealous.
Oh, dude.
No. I adore.
No, she's the coolest.
Shelby.
I spent Christmas with her.
And God bless your aunt.
My mother's twin sister.
Right? Yeah.
My mother's
Shelby's
twin sister
twin.
passed away 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years
2
ago?
years, yeah. So my mom's still lost and
Oh
freaked out.
my God!
Not
I'll
knowing
never
where to
forget
go.
that conversation I had with her on the phone.
Would it be possible to turn this back around?
Yeah.
Happy note.
You know
To
something?
finish
That's
this
a good
bad boy
idea.
off,
No.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
So anyway, when my father died, but he's not dead. My dad's
Oh,
not
wait,
dead.
can I tell a funny story about us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So Adler and I are working on this project together in Texas, and I had a spot. What was that spot that was running at the time?
God.
What was the commercial running? It was.
I know the story you're
All
going to
right, cut to the chase.
All right,
Cut
so
to the
anyway, I had a
chase.
commercial running pretty well at the time, and Adler were at this table. We all had a few drinks. We had a great dinner,
Yeah.
and really nice drinks, and everybody was all. And the conversation had gone down like this. And Adler's talking about Adler's mother passed away. About
My
two
mom
years ago?
was battling cancer at the time. Actually.
Right, she was on, but she was.
Oh, by the way, I adored your mother also.
Thank you.
I had
She
quality
she passed
time
2
with
years
her.
ago, right?
Yeah.
So this must have been 2 years ago because she was
must
on her
have.
way out, and Adler's talking about how his mother's dying in the hospital.
I thought we were bringing
I
this
know, but I
up.
said no, but wait. So Adler's like, and so he's telling this group of people, he said, my mom's not doing well. Hey, Adler, look, it's me. I'm on TV. I interrupt his mother dying.
He's talking about his mother, and you cut him off.
He actually went, hang on.
Hang on. I did say
I'm on TV.
that is. I said, hang on. It's nice. He's, yeah. I'm glad your mother's dying, but listen,
I've
I'm on
never
TV.
let him live that down, by the way.
It's a great moment.
Unbelievable.
It's a great moment.
I tell you what, you guys, on an upbeat, cannot be happier for your success. I cannot be happier for Beth, your wife, your children,
His kids read books, Travis. They actually read books.
on their own without being told.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
I have weird kids. I have weird kids. But
They also play 12 hours in a row of Call of Duty. But it's fine. It's fine in between.
Aiden is a beautiful young. What is she?
She's ninth grade.
Great
ninth
spirit,
grade.
that one. Great spirit.
She's a sweetheart. Let me just say this. I think I think to this podcast, which I didn't know about until earlier this afternoon, but I think it shows something about your indomitable spirit. You are the kind of guy who lands on his feet. I said something. I told my wife I was coming over to do this thing. She goes, "Damn, that chunky just doesn't stop moving."
Yeah.
And I go, "Yeah, he rocks all the fucking time." And then she said, "No. We were very serious. That this is the kind of thing that you will continue to do well because you don't stop, dude. And you know. And here's the thing: is you don't know better.
I'm too.
You're too
God bless me.
You're too stupid.
I'm too stupid to know better.
Yeah.
I've always
And I mean
wanted
that.
to be that way.
Yeah, you're not. You're too smart.
man.
I got it all in my head and shit.
Yeah.
No.
You're
Don't
all in
jump
your-
into my world of averageness, my mediocrity. All right.
No, but it's true. You are too stupid to know that you shouldn't be able to do certain things, whether it's a clothing line, whether it's whatever the hell it is
He's
that you're
not
throwing
too
out.
stupid to get Travis.
Well, no.
Yeah.
But I think Travis was smart enough to spot it.
Or I'm the
Oh, yeah.
stupidest one here.
You might be the dumbest one here, Travis. Hey,
Yeah,
let's
the
get-
glasses. Hey, the glasses don't hide it, dude.
Let's wrap this up, Chunk. Let's talk about your plugs. Let's talk about Stoney's plugs. Let's get this going.
First of all, Stoney, you know how much I adore you, how much I love you, and what you brought to the table today in the Garage of Love was amazing. Stoney Westmoreland is our guest on 1 Degree of Chunky B, and it is truly, and I'm not even joking, and you can tell that I've already cried 5 times. Thank you for being here.
Let's clap him out.
Hold on. I'm just. Wait, am I the first
Stoney
guest?
Westmoreland.
Wait, I'm the first guest, right?
No, you're the second.
Wait. What?
You're the second.
second
I'm the
guest.
first guest on the podcast.
You're the second.
Who was
second.
the first guest?
Don't
Ryan
worry about
Sickler.
it. Ryan
Who?
Sickler.
Ryan
Sickler.
Oh, he must have some kind of podcast or something. He's certainly not on the most popular television show in the nation.
In the nation.
No.
I mean, he's got probably, 13,000 listeners on his podcast? I got 179 million watchers of a television show on ABC?
Yes!
I mean, Ryan
That's
Sickler.
what I'm talking about.
It's not a pop
That's what I'm
politic
talking about.
times. But it,
Oh, you didn't go there.
Adler!
There he is.
All right.
Wait, are we doing plugs? Because I didn't get a chance to plug
Yeah,
my...
go
Plug,
ahead.
plug
Stoney
away.
Westmoreland.
I have a new web series coming out. It's called Maple and Malone, Private Dicks.
Nice.
Oh, I love that. I
It
saw the
is-
trailer.
Yep, it is a podcast about a couple of private detectives who are actors. It's my Secret Service
It's hilarious.
companion on Scandal. We're doing
What's
it
the
together.
URL address? People can find that.
I don't URL. What does that mean?
I don't even know.
URL. You are ass.
You
Pronounced
are a
Ural.
Ural.
Yeah, Ural.
Ural Mountains.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could, if it's, you should just be able to type in Maple and Malone. We've shot 2 of them, so 2 are in the can. We're going to wait till we get 5 before we release them. So they're not out yet.
Okay.
So 2 are in the
And
can.
they are funny.
They're very funny. The guy who is the writer is Brian Letcher. He's my partner on Scandal, and boy, he's very, very talented.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
Stoney, do you mind if we talk one more time about Charlie O? What?
Charlie's.
Charlie's. Oh, Charlie's.
Yeah. So you
I
can
want
go
everyone.
to ocharlies.com.
Yeah.
And there you'll say commercials. You can click on the commercials.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 spots plus a behind-the-scenes spot. There's
That behind the scenes is awesome.
It's really fun. And there's 3 other spots that'll be rolling out throughout the rest of the year. There's also a Facebook page. My character's name is Brock Rowland.
I love that
You
name.
can go to, I think it's up now, or it will be in the next couple of weeks, Brock Rowland as a Facebook page, and like it, love it. You want some more of it? You can tell them how
Right
much
on.
if you want to just say how brilliant this campaign is, please, I will take the votes.
All right, right across the table is the man, the myth. You know him as Gary Adler, Four Eyed Films.
The quiet genius behind 1 Degree of Chunky B.
Dude, I think we had a great show.
Yeah, fantastic, man. I loved it.
And, Stoney Westmoreland, thank you for bringing me to the top of the mountain, to the bottom of the valley,
And back to the top?
and back to the top.
Back like a
You
roller
know-
coaster.
And he knows how to do it. But the man to my left, the wizard of the knobs.
Hello.
Wizard of the Knobs, say hello, or say goodbye, actually, technically,
URL,
to Travis Spencer.
URL is a uniform resource locator.
Oh,
You're welcome.
thank you.
And we're going to play out to Stoney Westmoreland, Charlie's commercial, another order.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stoney Westmoreland.
Everybody, thank you for listening. 1 Degree of Chunky B, Stoney Westmoreland.
You can find us on chunkyb.tv.
All right, 1 cowboy sirloin after $9.99 are coming right up.
Tim, could I also put in an order of chicken tenders?
Oh, will someone be joining you?
Yeah, the chicken tenders.
The $9.99 only at O'Charlie's.
I want to let everybody know that's listening to this right now. It's chunkyb.tv.
Okay, bring it down, yeah, we'll come back out.
I was in a family squabble. Donnie
Osmond.
and Marie. Find somebody that can brag about that. Find somebody that Dr. Phil called a retard.
Find someone that Dr. Phil called a retard.
I'm the only one on record. And I'm proud of it.
That's going to be the new promo coming in. The only man in America that Dr. Phil has called a retard. Chunky B.
Happy birthday.